Hello everyone. After more than 2 years of work and many false starts, I'm really excited to announce the Flow System Playbook is now available. And here it is. Big, isn't it? And the hardcover is even bigger. But don't worry, we expect the hardback will be a great bookend for executive bookshelves and as a reference for those that want to keep it for long term. When we wrote the first book, we wanted to highlight the limitations of siloed thinking around fixed frameworks being used to address organizational change and complex problems. And in fact, we found many people didn't truly understand complexity, and no one had thought to combine different fields into an assembly of methods. We published the first book in 2020 that introduced the flow system as a new way of approaching the management of change and to elevate your lean and agile thinking in what we described as an age of complexity. In the first book, it was the first time anyone had really suggested you move away from so-called universal frameworks that claim a one-size-fits-all answer to your organization's cultural and delivery issues. We described a new way of thinking about problems you're trying to solve by looking at the context and then combining various methods, tools, techniques and approaches to better address your contextual challenges, something we described as the triple helix of flow. The flow system is a system of learning and understanding and not a methodology or framework at all. It encourages you to think outside the box, to study and understand your environment and context, and then to combine various tools and methods to better address the problem or change you're addressing. In our new book, we've created what we think is a one-of-a-kind guide to help you learn the 33 methods and approaches we first wrote about, as well as better understanding the Toyota foundation we built our work on. The Flow System Playbook brings those ideas and theories described in the first book to life as an extensive study guide and as your day-to-day reference. Now, I remember as a child learning everything I could from encyclopedias, those huge volumes of information collected and curated from across the scientific and natural worlds. That ability to look up a topic and then follow a thread that interconnected and intertwined explanations and new learning to help you discover answers you sought out. The new playbook for the first time brings together a huge resource of tools, techniques, methods and approaches in much the same way as those early encyclopedias brought together the world for me as a young learner. We've designed the new playbook as a scaffold for learning and discovery. Scaffolding is the process of breaking lessons into manageable units with the teacher providing a decreasing level of support as students grasp new concepts and master new skills. The playbook scaffolding consists of 3 main phases. The first scaffolding phase is for learners to learn the methods, techniques and tools that make up the flow system. It's designed to both teach you how they work while suggesting multiple paths for you to combine them by finding practical ways to address and solve your contextual problems. In the second scaffolding phase, the playbook guides you and learners in the application of these methods, techniques and tools that advance learning by guiding you to experiment with each of them. It's also in this phase that you'll start to see the expanded utility that comes from those methods, techniques and tools contained within the flow system. The third scaffolding phase is where you will begin identifying how to entangle those methods, techniques and tools from each of the 3 helixes to achieve a state of flow. This entanglement is what we have described as the triple helix of flow, the way in which things just seem to work without effort, leading to the flow or a flow of value. The playbook was designed to be a learning and training tool that introduces many new concepts and methods for practitioners to learn. We've packed around 700 fully indexed pages with over 400 visuals that help you understand and learn each of the methods and approaches we've described, but more importantly, how they interconnect and interact with each other. We've complemented the visual explanations with a collection of 40 workbooks that have a QR code so you can download them from our website to support your application and usage of the methods and approaches we've described, and they're totally free. These can be used as a study aid or as a guide to the application of the approach in your context, either acting as a coach or as a practitioner. We're also announcing the development of 2 new tools to support your learning and application. Both will be available free of charge for individual practitioners. In partnership with Dave Snowden of the Kindle Company, we've designed a new tool called Hexi. And together with Hexi sets being developed by other methodologists, these will become part of an extensive ecosystem that helps you explore and discover the right tools in your context. The Flow System Hexis will be free to download from our website, as well as being available as a professional facilitator kit. We wanted the new tools and workbooks to be accessible to everyone, irrespective of location or budget, so we hope this is a welcome addition to your learning toolkits. We've also partnered with Ivor Jacobson International to bring the Flow System methods to Essence. Essence is a standard that allows us to express the tools, techniques, methods and approaches in the Flow System in a simple visual way that allows you, the practitioner, to share, understand, adopt, adapt and apply them, both independently and in combination with other approaches and methods. Apart from downloadable assets and physical kits, the Essence implementation also comes with a full online digital tool known as TeamSpace, which allows teams to collaborate and explore irrespective of location. Both of these approaches enable us to decompose numerous tools and approaches into their lowest level of coherent granularity and recombine them in new and often unique assemblies to solve contextual problems, because this is how a complex adaptive system scales. Not by everyone doing the same thing and expecting a different result, as the majority of case-based approaches from large consultancies would suggest. A collection of tools is described as an assembly. As you start to combine various tools and methods, you may notice the emergence of novelty, something not expected but as a result of the combinations, interactions and interconnections of tools and methods applied in a given context. This emergence is known as an assemblage. This is the power of decomposition and recombination. These approaches from the Kindle Company and Ivor Jacobson International are unlocking the potential of what was originally envisaged when we took the work we had done at Toyota and codified it as the Flow System. Hexi is available with the launch of the Playbook, and Essence will be coming in the coming months, but is already in testing. As these ecosystems evolve, so will the way in which you find more effective ways of supporting organizations and clients. We hope the new Playbook becomes an invaluable learning resource and a trusted reference for you as you navigate the stormy waters of organizational change and transformation. Thank you to everyone who supported this journey and encouraged us to persevere and create this work. We are truly grateful. You will find the Playbook on sale via Amazon globally, as well as in your favorite ebook formats, Kindle, etc. We couldn't have done it without everybody's support, encouraging us, pushing us to keep going, not to give up after the nearly 2.5 years of the work it took us to get to this point. Many supporters, too many to name, many fans, many practitioners who've tried things out and given us feedback, and of course those have been generous enough to write book forwards and recommendations for the book. So I hope you look forward to reading maybe the lighter version of it, maybe this version. This is the one to carry around as a practitioner. This is the one to put on your bookshelf or use as a doorstop. But I hope you enjoy reading the new book. I hope you enjoy the content we've provided. I hope it proves useful to you. And I hope I get to see you all soon in 2024. Many thanks.